Psalm 7. O Selassie the First, my Almighty, in you I put my trust. Save I from all them that persecute I, and deliver I. Lest he tear I life like a lion, rendering it in pieces, while there is none to deliver. O Selassie the First, my Almighty, if I have done this, if there be iniquity in my hands, if I have rewarded evil unto him that was at peace with I, yes, I have delivered him that without cause is my enemy. Let the enemy persecute my life and take it. Yes, let him tread down my life upon the earth, and lay my honor in the dust. Selah. Arise, O Selassie the First, in thine anger. Lift up thyself because of the rage of thy enemies, and awake for I to the judgment that you hast commanded. So shall the congregation of the people compass about I. For thy sakes, therefore, return thou on high. Selassie the First shall judge the people. Judge I, Selassie the First, according to my righteousness, and according to my integrity that is in I. Oh, let the wickedness of the wicked come to an end, but establish the just. For Selassie the First trieth the hearth and reigns. My defense is of Selassie the First, which save the upright in heart. Selassie the First judge the righteous, and Selassie the First is angry with the wicked every day. If he turn not, he will with his sword. He has bent his bow and made it ready. He has also prepared for him the instruments of death. He ordained his arrows against the persecutors. Behold, he traveled with iniquity, and has conceived mischief, and brought forth falsehood. He made a pit and digged it, and is fallen into the ditch which he made. His mischief shall return upon his own head, and his violent dealings shall come down upon his own path. I will praise Selassie the First according to his righteousness, and I will sing praises to the name of Selassie the First, the Most High. Selah. Psalm 23. Selassie the First is my shepherd, I shall not want. Selassie the First makes I rest up in green pastures. Selassie the First leads I beside the still waters. Selassie the First restores my life. Selassie the First leads I in the paths of righteousness, for his name's sake. Yea, though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I will fear no evil. For Selassie the First is with I. Selassie the First rod and staff comfort I. Selassie the First prepare a table before I in the presence of my enemies. Selassie the First anoint I head with oil. My cup runneth over. Surely goodness and mercy shall follow I all the days of my life, and I will live in the house of his Selassie the First forever. Selah. Psalm 20. Selassie the First, hear I in the day of trouble. In the name of his Selassie the First, defend I. Send I help from the sanctuary, and strengthen I out of Ethiopia. Remember all thy offerings, and accept thy burnt sacrifice. Selah. Grant I according to thy own heart, and fulfill all thy counsel. I and I will rejoice in thy salvation, and in the name of his Selassie the First, I and I will set up I and thy banners. Selassie the First fulfill all thy petitions. Now know that I, his Selassie the First, saved his anointed. He will hear from his holy heaven, with the saving strength of his right hand. Some trust in chariots, and some in horses, but I and I will remember the name of his Selassie the First, I and I Almighty. They are brought down and fallen, but we are risen, and stand upright. Save his Selassie the First. Let the king hear I and I when I and I call. Selah.